Hello, good evening, and welcome to the Newsburst Live special unboxing with me, Christopher McLeod AKA Diagnostic 80, brought to you by Generals Joe's REBORN.com. Yeah, tonight we are gonna do well. I thought I haven't done an unboxing in ages. I've got all of these figures to get through, so I thought let's get stuck into another one. And I thought on top of the pile, let's just do Jodie Shooter Craig of the Night Force persuasion. Really excited to get stuck into this one. So I thought, you know what, I'm just going to go live tonight and scratch another one off the old list. But yeah, we've got quite a few to get through, so I'm going to be I'm churning through these for a while now. Now, this also kind of like, it doesn't double as a like a talk about what's to come in the future sort of thing, but I figured we might as well talk about the impending kind of GI Joe situation. It like the like today's gone by and we've had no sort we've had no sort of update on an announcement for when they're going to be doing any sort of live. So I'm really not sure what's happening on the 1st of Feb. Like I guess there's going to be some sort of like GI Joe sort of thing going on with multiple multiple licenses or companies that hold the license for GI Joe. Always forget which one that is. So I'm like, we know Super 7 are going to be dropping some stuff on the 1st, which is Thursday, by the way. And but we don't know if Hasbro do anything. Are they going to do that thing they did last year where they dropped random bunch of renders on us out of nowhere? So I kind of, we can talk about that at the end. We can get stuck into what we might expect this week or even like later this month, possibly. But yeah, we'll get stuck into that as well. But the main thing is to get into Jodie Shooter Craig. Now, shout out to everyone in the comments already. Hi, Joe. Hi, Rexship. Hi, Paul. Hi, Agent Chuckles. Hi, Ryan. Hi, Slave. Hi, Wilfredo. Hi, FCEE Viper. Hope everyone's doing really well. Like the cheese bag emojis there. That's genius. I like it. Right. Yeah, without further ado, let's see what all the fuss is about for Jodie Shooter Craig of the Night Force Persuasion. So we'll start with the box. I really do like this design that they were going with at this stage of the classified series. It's been a while. It's been so long since I did one of these that the packaging has changed. Yeah, it's been a while since we did. The last one I did actually was pointed out to me that I had already done the Crimson Alley Viper, even though it was in my pile over here. And yeah, we have looked at the Crimson Alley Viper, who was actually in my Crimson section on the display. So we looked at this guy, bust him out, and he was pretty cool. So I'll have him, just nearby for comparison's sake. So Shooter can basically rock up with their wave friend. So yeah, let's start with the box. So we've got this wonderful render. We've seen it all before. This is nothing new going on here, guys. I am so late to this game, but I thought I might as well do it, and chat with people while I do it. Kind of fun, isn't it? Walmart never has them out here, says Tags. They don't really have them out here either. Like, I don't think I've ever seen Shooter or any of the kind of newer Night Force figures on shelves. I'm gonna have to start having a look. You know what I mean? If Hasbro nothing on Joe Day, then they are cancelling the whole line. You heard it here first. Good night, everyone. Confirmed, the line is dead. I figured you got her a long time ago. Yeah, I did, but I just haven't opened it. I got her when I did the last unboxing for the Crimson Alley Viper. Shout out to In Demand Toys, by the way, who sent me these. Nick and Mass and the crew. Thank you so much for shipping this out. So anyway, Jodie Shooter Craig, we get this wonderful render image on the front, in that kind of environment that the kind of Night Force narrative has sort of kind of directed us towards, with the kind of cave, the dark energon crystals. This looks to be like obviously just outside the cave, in a similar vibe. I think I've put it away, haven't I? Yes, I have. Probably I put the Crimson Alley Viper box well away, but we've got the mole rat here, and obviously you can see it's in the cave, so doesn't, in the mine more or less. So they're mining for energon, dark energon, and being affected very badly by it. But we'll be doing that one next. But first up, yeah, let's get back to Jodie. Obviously, you got the big Night Force logo on there, which is pretty cool. Now, the kind of interesting tie-in with Night Force here, it's a bit of a convoluted route, so stay with me on this one. But in the 50th, well, obviously in the 50th anniversary, Shooter was given her first action figure. It's like Let's Talk Classified Shooter, isn't it? Given her first classified figure. Now she was kind of. It's interesting because obviously Shooter was never really revealed in the first in the early Marvel comic series, because it was like a character that was sort of like a little bit obscured off on the screen when they were going through like the Joes for selection sort of thing. So we never really got an actual view, but it was named after the gym shooter, wasn't it, at Marvel? And because of that, I think everyone just assumed it, and like you could see, you more or less see the image behind the obstruction did kind of look like a guy. It looked like a male. But that said, I did like the way that they retconned, not retconned because it wasn't really conned in the first place. They just decided to reveal that Shooter was female, and obviously died in an early Joe mission. So she didn't get to kind of, her character was very short lived. And again, like, I kind of like the fact though that the 50th anniversary gave us our first figure for Shooter, which followed that retcon in the kind of later comics, down further down the road, which was Joe Declassified, was it? I want to say, I think it was GI Joe Declassified, not to be confused with Joe Declassified, the wonderful group that do a lot of behind the scenes work on all of the the history of this line and this wonderful brand in the vintage era and onwards. So anyway, yes, so that kind of convoluted history popped her into the 50th anniversary 3-pack Special Forces set, which seemed to hint an homage of Night Force figures with Outback and Falcon in that 3-pack, right? And Outback and Falcon were kind of painted all black. Like, it was a real like phone it in, keep the budget low deco scenario, which I believe is how it's been described as well. They didn't have a lot to work with at that point, money wise, so they really did kind of like, they re-released a lot of stuff, and they painted a lot of figures, like I said, very basically. And Outback and Falcon were effectively, it was kind of like an homage to Night Force, and Shooter was thrown in there as well. So with that said, because there's that kind of very loose, convoluted connection with Night Force, she was added to the classified series as Night Force, as you can see here, which is very interesting. So it's fun as well, because we've had Shooter, Big Ben, Tunnel Rat actually was a Night Force figure. So that's actually the first one, not Crazy Legs as they keep saying. I think Crazy Legs was revealed first as going to be a Night Force character. He would have been the first character that was a Night Force character to get the Night Force treatment in classified, but it turned out to be Tunnel Rat at the end of the day. So in any case, Shooter, Big Ben, Tunnel Rat, and is that it? Are they the only ones we've had so far? Correct me if I'm wrong. Are they the only Joes we've had in the Night Force team? Big Ben, Shooter, Tunnel Rat. Any others? Let me know in the comments, because I've completely gone blank. Wolf Spider, thank you. Rex Ships. I knew there was one. There was one that was just nagging at the back of my head, and I couldn't think who or what. Wolf Spider, thank you. Path Varma, right? Path Wolf Spider Varma. Yes, thank you very much, Rex Ship. So there we go. Jodie is now in the Night Force, and I kind of like the fact that even though she, again, in that GI Joe Declassified comic, she was basically Crazy Legs question mark, Johnny. Yeah, Crazy Legs has been revealed. Night Force Crazy Legs has been revealed as well. Been revealed, as everyone knows, in the HasLab Dragonfly lineup. He's going to be the last tier, or is the last tier. We haven't seen a full render of him yet, just a sketch. Anywho, yeah. So I'm glad that even though, like in that GI Joe Declassified comic, where she was bumped off, killed in action. We're getting, you know, her alive in this continuity, so we get more of an opportunity to see a character develop here, possibly even in the Skybound comics as well. Yeah, Ripcord as well, Rexship. The reason I wasn't including Ripcord in the original Night Force is because he wasn't in the original Night Force. He was only brought into the Night Force courtesy of the Sky Striker HasLab. What's Chris on about? Shooter? Who even is that? Yeah, everyone that's watching this probably already knows this information, and I am just kind of urinating in the wind, as it were. So yeah, lovely stuff. Really like that render. The figure looks phenomenal. We can see the loadout there as well. There's a magazine. There's a backpack clip for the rifle, pistol, knife, hairpiece, separate hairpiece, and an alternate masked head as well. I'm very, very excited to get into this. I love the artwork as well. Beautiful artwork. Possibly either Barrett or Johnson. I think it might be an Oliver Barrett, that one. I'm gonna have to ask. I'm gonna have to message him and see if that is actually his work. If it is, beautiful. If it isn't, still beautiful. What amazing stuff. I love that. Beautiful. And of course, 90 is the number, and there is the QR code to nowhere. Like, you know, insert internet incorrect pinging noise in the background there. Boom. Boom. And we've got the specialties there as well, which I'm not even going to bother looking up. Marksman's in there. I think that third one along is Marksman. It's the kind of like yeah, it's the kind of like almost like the telescope or whatever you call it, the scope basically on the stand. I can't think what the other ones are. Well, I never do it. I always like say I'm gonna check it out and let you guys know, and then I always forget. There is the artwork in full on the side, another beauty. And then on the back we have the figure, the accessory loadout, the height, and of course some call outs. We've got the tattoo on the arm. I did. Do you know what? I think I have just not been paying attention, I swear. I don't remember seeing a tattoo on Jodie Shooter Craig. So I am like, this is new for me. I can't believe I've never noticed that before. And I realize that's stupid considering we've had, like, you know, multiple live events. We've had pre-order images and stuff. We've talked about these images. We've gone into detail about them. I might have even talked about the fact she has a tattoo on her arm on those videos. Right now, that is the first I've ever seen that tattoo. Probably need to go to the doctor soon, don't I? And there we've got that kind of like little sort of like device, which is pretty cool as well. Maybe some sort of monitor. Yeah, timer. I don't know. It's really cool though. Yeah, really into this already. I haven't even opened it yet. Let's get to opening it. Actually, Shooter looks really cool. I might pick her up, says FCEEE Viper. Well, yeah, do it. The only Joes I've ever seen in a Walmart are Crocmaster, Retro Baroness, Retro Lady J, Retro Gung Ho, Shipwreck, and Copperhead. Ryan, that's not far off what I've seen. Although you can throw in, oh, that's Walmart. I'm thinking of Target. I was going to say I've seen a few Target exclusives, Outback, Recondo, then the Python Patrol guys, the Viper. I've seen a lot of. And that's about it. I haven't really seen a lot of figures on shelves. I remember a Roadblock version 2, seeing one of the, you know, sorry, the version 1 that looks like the original version, vintage version 2. I remember seeing that early doors. Early doors. I've got to open this, but I don't want to open it the way I have been recently, where I'm folding the flap, but I don't have a knife or anything. I'm woefully ill prepared for this unboxing. Yeah, I'm not going to be able to do that. I'm just going to have to open it. Okay, whatever. This is my United States of whatever. Right, let's start by getting out the old, what's it called? I always forget what it's called. Weapons crate. Every single time. It's like weapons crate, grappling hook. I remembered it this time. And there's another one I always forget, obviously, because now I can't remember what it is. But grappling hook usually destroys me, and I don't know why I can't pull that out of my brain. Weapons crate is the new one. Again, They're okay. I'm not a massive fan of the black ones, the black weapons crates. Blimey. I preferred the blue ones because they had a lot more kind of like fun design on them. Whereas these are just, I don't know, it's just a little bit like, we'll just put your name on it in massive letters. And then, you know, you got the number there and you've got the Joe logo and that's it. And then the handle is on the side. Now, I think it should be, like, this is the thing, right? I think what they're trying to get at is that it should be like this. Like, this is how it should be upright. And the handle's there and you open it and it opens like that, right? I think that's what they're getting at, because they're the latches, right? Right there. So it opens like a little briefcase sort of thing. I think that's what we get going with. I know, I'm sorry, Master Son. It was, wasn't it? As soon as I said it, I was like, oh, why did I choose those words? But like, I feel like, and the number's up the right way, so at least that looks to me like it's correct. But it feels like it should be like that with the handle on the top. Do you know what I mean? But then obviously the name's upside down and everything doesn't make sense, and that's so yeah. I'm just not a massive fan, and I say this every single time, of these versions. Thank you, Master Son 42. Of the weapons crates. Now, of course, inside the weapons crates, we have the legal gumph, which I know you all love seeing and reading and going through. Should we read the whole thing? I'm just kidding. But, you know, we got that with all the logos, recycles, all that kind of jazz. I keep everything, so that's not being recycled ever. And then we've got the bag of crisps or chips, depending on where you're located. And I'm going to open it like a bag of chips / crisps. There we go. So we've got the rifle in a bit of card there, which is nice to know, although it probably still would be really wobbly. And I have heard a lot of people complain about her wobbly sniper rifle. We've got this amazing little, I'm not sure if it is a kukri, but it's a very cool little blade she's got. It's got that similar vibe to a kukri, hasn't it? That kind of like curve almost going down. It's probably related or in that family of bladed weapons, but I don't know what I don't know the full-on technical term for that particular blade. Then we've got the pistol, which is actually really nicely detailed. There's a lot in there, isn't there? For something so small, Kitty said. And then you got the little magazine poking out as well, which is nice. But look, all that detail on there. There's loads. I'll turn it around just to show you the other side as well. Again, still packed with detail. Really nice. And then I'll just throw it at the screen really ridiculously. And then you've got the port there for the blast effects. Lovely stuff. It's a nice little pistol, that. I like that. Then we've got the magazine. Oh, am I missing something? Oh, don't tell me I'm missing some things. Or are they just in... Oh, no, they were just in there with the sniper rifle. Yeah, that's the backpack peg. I am missing something, I think. I think I am missing... Unless she's wearing... Is she wearing the mask as the figure? I won't say I'm missing something just yet, but I can't see the kind of mask. So maybe she's wearing it already. We'll see. But we also get, obviously, we get the magazine for the rifle, which is pretty cool. And it has like a little clip on the top as well, which I'm hoping helps kind of really wedge that bad boy in a little bit. Yeah, she's wearing it. Thank you, Rekship. Appreciate that. Does it go in that way? I'll figure it out when I get it. And we've got the little backpack piece, which is hard to kind of show on here, but you've got the peg there that goes in the back, and then you've got the two kind of clips that hold the rifle on the back as well, which is nice. So that's a nice little backpack piece for her. I just got a little bit concerned there. I was like, oh god, I bet I'm missing loads of things. But no, the backpack piece was actually in this kind of like wedged in there. So we open up the card, and there is the rifle. Now, like I said, a lot of people have complained about the warp on this. Not bad. That's not bad, is it? Really, that's pretty straight. There is an ever so slight. That's pretty good. That's pretty good. So I'm happy about that. Yeah, I'm happy with that. Obviously it's not. It is a flexible one, but it's not that bad. That's really good. I'm cool with that. I'm genuinely cool with that. Considering I've got some pieces that are just all over the place. Snake Eyes sword, Desert Commando Snake Eyes sword is hideous. That thing is all over the, as I would say, I can't say it because it's swearing, the S house. How does this go on? Have I done that right? That doesn't look right. Is that right? Tell me if that's right or not, because that looks like I've made a massive mistake and it doesn't look quite right, or I haven't put it in quite right. Is that right, guys? Just let me know. Is that correct? Smaller bit goes inside. Oh, yeah. So you mean the kind of thick square piece as opposed to the long flat piece with this little. Yeah, that is right. Okay, good. Thank you, guys. Thank you, Rexship, and thank you, Jason Todd. I appreciate that. No, it's not that, like, I don't know. I just, it didn't feel correct, but no, yeah, that makes sense. Looks good, doesn't it? Actually, pretty cool little rifle. I like that. I feel so much pressure sometimes to get it right on the streams, and I think, God, everyone knows I'm an absolute mess when it comes to, like, you know, putting things on properly or the right way up or that kind of stuff. I mean, everyone knows I'm an idiot for that. It's no big deal, is it? We're not all like absolute know-it-all superstars for everything. We've also got these awesome little hair pieces. Actually, these are really cool too. I didn't realize there was deco on this one. Okay, we'll start with this one because it's got loads of deco on it. So this is one hair piece, and as you can see, it's black hair, but then you've got these like brown, like plait things going on, which is really nice. And then it kind of comes to a little, little conclusion there, but then you can see another little bit of deco on the back, and then it phases into brown at the bottom of the hair. That's on some version 1 Baroness kind of shiz, isn't it? As in, the one that never came out. The Operation Blackout Baroness purple hair phase going on. Know your small arms, folks. It will save you in the field. Yeah, in the field of unboxing videos. Here is the other hair piece as well. Again, a pretty cool piece with the little side bits there in brown as well. And then again on the back, you've got the little bun which goes brown, and I like that. I love the deco on that. Little braids. Love it. Really nice. It's a readout for the exposure level for the Dark Energon, says Wilfredo. Oh, you must be talking about that I pointed out a while back. Awesome. Thank you. Thank you very much. It's a ridiculous looking gun, rubbery or not, says Ryan. I think it's pretty cool. Oh, someone says it's backwards. What's backwards? Looks right to me. That is right. It's backwards. What is it? I don't know what it is. Do you mean like, should it be like this? I'm just putting this way in. Ah, I see. This feels right. I think it's that way. I think I messed up before. I think that is the correct way. Should I just look at this? Yeah, it is. I should have just looked at the actual image on the box. That would have helped me out, wouldn't it? Yeah, that's the right way. Sorry, guys. I had it wrong. That's the correct way. And it does look much better. And I knew, like, yeah, that is what it should look like. Brilliant. Thanks, guys. Now everyone's like, yeah, that's the right way. Desert Commander Snake Eyes Sword is right up there with Falcon Head Sculpt in terms of awfulness. Future Fortress, yeah, it is mental how bendy mine was, as in how bent mine was. It was just like, it wasn't even a rainbow. It was like as if the rainbow had been crushed, as if the pots of gold at either end had basically come and were chatting to each other. That's basically what was happening. I appreciate it, Master Son. Thank you very much. I'm glad you pointed it out because I was not 100% certain I'd done it right, and that is perfect now and looks great. I knew it didn't look right. Anyway, that's good. Now, they're all the bits and pieces we get in the baggie. Now, sleeping or awake? What do you think? Because sometimes when I've opened these, I think it was Rock and Roll was asleep, wasn't he? I can't remember who it was now, but one of them was like that. Their head was to the side. Now, is she going to be awake or asleep? Let me know. Anyone in the comments? Just put awake or asleep, either one you think it's going to be, and we'll do a vote on it before I open it. Awake but bald, says Matthew Matson. Chris Tomato says mask is on. Awake, sleep, awake. Awake. Okay. Upside down. Asleep. I like that one. I like that one, Agent Chuckles. I like upside down. That's genius. Okay, so we've got 1, 2. Mainly awake. Someone says dead. That was Dan K. All right, buddy. I'm going to do it. I'm going to see. Here we go. What do we think? I'm going to go for it. And she is sort of semi-asleep. She's got a sleeping mask on, hasn't she? And her head's just a touch to the side. She's awake. She's awake. I mean, yeah, hopefully not swaps. Exactly, Mike. I've been like, I really was talking that up the other day, wasn't I? I would have been so peed off after saying all that. Well, I've never had a problem with it, and then boom, there's your problem, you idiot. Me being the idiot, by the way. Here is Jodie Shooter Craig. She looks pretty cool, actually. So many hair pieces. It's great. Secondaries look good. Figure looks phenomenal, actually. I love the sneakers. I love those sneakers. I'm a sneakerhead, so I vibe off stuff like that. I think it's really cute addition to the line and the figures and stuff. There's a tattoo that I didn't believe existed. Taking off the plastic. Inspector Gadget. I found a really easy way of doing this now. You just pull it until it snaps. I really you find a technique and then they go and change the packaging anyway. So that's what. How quick was that? There you go. And she's out of there. There's the beautiful artwork as well. Looks phenomenal. Absolutely phenomenal. Great artwork. Loving that. I love this packaging so much. I'm so sad it's going. But anyway, here we go. Let's have a look, Jodie. What are you saying? Pretty cool. Genuinely strong joints, which is nice. I'm not gonna force them at all, but they're good. There's a nice kind of, yeah, she's good. She's nice and taut. This is great. Yeah, she's awesome. She looks phenomenal. Oh, I love this figure in hand. Is even better than I thought it was going to be. Look at that masked head sculpt with the green, the hair, which is the similar kind of hair vibe to one of these pieces, but obviously we can have it where she's not wearing the mask, which is great. And that is a mask and hair piece. So she comes with like 3 different hair pieces, and one of the hair pieces is connected to the mask. We've got the little knife sheath. Got it right first time there. There's your little Dark Energon Geiger counter sort of thing. Really nice secondary there with the pouches. Love the black shirt underneath as well. Like it's a really nice vibe. Love it. There's the back. There you go. Let's have a look at that arm tattoo. Let's get that nice and prominent and have a good chat about that. Yeah, there it is. Yeah, that's nice. That's really cool. Is it on a, hang on, let's have a look. It is not where I expected it to be. It does look a little bit further towards the interior of the wrist rather than like I'd expect it to be like there. Do you know what I mean? Like in the middle. And it's kind of just leaning over a little bit to that side. I'm not sure if that's supposed to be the case. Whether it should. Oh, yeah, it is supposed to be on the interior. Yeah, it is supposed to be where it is. Okay, that's cool. That's exactly where it's supposed to be. I feel like I wanted it to be sort of like there, where the light's shining on the part of the forearm. But no, that is where it is supposed to be, according to the. It's not misplaced. So that's good to know. And it does it really cool, actually. It's a nice one. I'm glad we're getting everyone's getting tattoos in the line. Amazing. Tactical Crocs, says Jeremy Kimberlin. Sort of. No, these are dope. I think she looks. They're so cool. I love sneakers, man. I'm so glad we got some sneakers in the line, especially considering the character that actually has sneakers, canon sneakers, not as in sneakers that act as cannons. But like, you know, actual sneakers on the original figure. Nunchuck doesn't have him on the classified figure. I thought that was a bit of a, miss for me. Nunchuck is going to be one of these ones I'm opening. He's actually last in the group, and he should have been first because his number's higher, like earlier in the line. Anyway, Jodie Shooter Craig is amazing. Let's take this mask and hair piece off and see what we've got going on. Oh, okay, I see. That's what she looks like. So that comes off nice and easy. One piece, not the animation. But yeah, nice one piece there. That is a really cool mask, isn't it? With the green eyes and everything. Nice details. Love that. And this is the Ghost in the Shell situation we got going on now. The the I am the iRobot scenario. Tracker had them too, yeah, big time. Think those are Jordans, says Christopher. Yeah. There's some sort of like, yeah, there might be. I don't know what number actually. Now I come to think of it, if we are calling them Jordans, they're a little bit. They kind of strike me as a little bit more like Pat Ewing sort of vibe. But I do like these. They're really cool, really neat. We've also got some elements on the thighs I didn't show either. Kind of like some armor on the thigh splits and that kind of cool holster as well. Very nice. Let's put some hair pieces on. Let's see what a hair piece. Now this is the hair piece that is effectively the same one as the one that she had on previously with the mask, but is obviously without the mask piece. Goes on. Yeah, you've got to give it some. So it actually stays on and goes. It goes on and stays on real strong. And she looks really nice there with that hair piece. That's really cool. That head sculpt's gorgeous, isn't it? She looks wonderful. This is a great figure. This is low key, like proper good burner, like proper good figure. I'm really into it. Ewing or Shaq shoot. They're a bit Shaq, aren't they? A bit, was it Reebok at the time? Reebok pumps. I do have the coolest Reebok pumps ever. They're those Nerf ones that they came out with. They're like not too long ago, like a couple of years ago. And I got the orange ones. They're kind of Nerf, Nickelodeon, and Reebok pumps all kind of combined crossover. That was a weird time. That was a weird. They came out like so randomly. She looks good with Grunt's helmet. I should try that out. But he's over there. He's miles away. Took a little off the top there. She looks like Rihanna. Yeah. I need an umbrella now. Okay, so I'm going to take this. I'm going to take this hairpiece off, and we're going to put the other one on, and then we'll probably rock with that second hairpiece for a little while we're trying all the other gear on. Nice. Again, so it's like genuinely, it's like a different figure now. Again, awesome hairstyles. I love there's multiple hairstyles in this. Have I put that on strongly enough? Yeah, it's on there. Just awesome. I love the fact you've got like so many different options with her. Again, real low key, like awesome classified release here. And I knew I was going to be excited. I was excited for her to kind of, come into the line. I was interested to see what they were going to do with her in terms of her being some like a Night Force kind of figure. And effectively, we've got the black in there of her 50th anniversary release. She looks like Aisha Tyler. She could play her in a movie. Master Sun, yeah. I love Aisha Tyler. I think she's great. She's I keep seeing her pop up recently because I keep getting Whose Line Is It Anyway clips, which are freaking hilarious anyway. But obviously she hosts that sometimes, doesn't she? And yeah, and obviously she was in she is in Danger Zone. Forgotten it. Archer as well, isn't she? Yeah, brilliant. No, big vibes, big Aisha Tyler vibes there. I'm just going to put the backpack clip in like that just to see what the rifle looks like in place. So I'm guessing it just sits there. That goes on the All right, so it's a pretty simple kind of situation. I just wanted to do it off camera before I did it on camera, Kitty said. So as you can see, you just aim the trigger to the port, and that kind of like locks in at the bottom there underneath the mag, and then it just pushes in there. So nice and simple, and it kind of, again, good silhouette there. Kind of looks really cool on the back, just kind of hanging there. So she's going to be hanging with Mr. Cooper there. I'll put the little pistol in her hand because I quite like this pistol. I think she's going to be holding it. I think this is going to be not her primary weapon, but this is the weapon she's going to have out in like close quarters situation sort of vibe on the shelving unit behind me, which you can't see very clearly. I'm being very careful with the elbow joints because she is a very, like the very thin, very small kind of joints here, and I don't want to bend anything and snap it. So I'm just being extraordinarily careful. And then I'll probably hit it with some heat later just to make it a little bit smoother in terms of the movement. But no, she looks great. There we go. Got her in a little pistol holding kind of pose. Looks very awesome. Lana, her face sculpt is really beautiful. It is Wilfredo, really good. I always have issues with the backpack staying in on the Joes and Cobras. Anyone else, mate? The backpacks are truly an issue, but this one's actually well in there. That ain't going anywhere, and it's like, look, that is you couldn't like pulling that off is going to be difficult. So that the gun came off before the backpack piece did. Genuinely, that amount of pressure was needed to pull that out. That is a much better frictional fit than I've had with any G.I. Joe backpack. And I'll tell you now, I haven't met a backpack I like yet for connectivity. But that one's good. And it's really not even a backpack, it's just a clip. But if the clip was like, if the peg and the hole were like that on all the others, wouldn't have an issue at all. But for some reason, it's just like, oh, let's make the peg a little bit smaller than the hole so that it just like flaps about inside it. It's like, just make it tight, people. There's a lot of Kitty said quotes tonight, I've noticed for myself. So I'm going to just pop that in her. I'm going to pop the pistol in for now in her holster to show you that. Holstered up. There you go. Lovely stuff. She looks really good. And again, she isn't like absolutely drenched in accessories. But obviously we've got lots of different options in terms of like the hairstyle, the two different hairstyles, and of course the masked up version as well. So this is one of those ones where you could definitely get away, I think, with, you know, like a couple of these. You know, if you can army build Grunt, you can probably army build Shooter as well with that. But it's slightly different because you've got the hair pieces are showing a lot, aren't they? So it's a little bit kind of difficult to kind of, you know, it's difficult to do something generic. I mean, effectively that is just, you know, Shooter with a mask on. So anyway, mine is missing the pistol. Hasbro sent me Wolf Spider as a replacement. What? Do you know what I still haven't got yet? Low Lights bipod. That's the only thing that I've missed so far in my unboxings with these figures. So there you have it. Anyway, Shooter is looking awesome. Should we let's put the rifle in her hands, because, you know, we should do that. It's not like I've got a lot of other things to, you know, to do. I've got to put the knife in her sheath. Where did they put the knife? Oh, it's on my lap. My voice just went all over the place there. So we've got to put the knife in, haven't we? Let's pop that in there. Fits in nice and snug. I don't think that's coming out. It comes out nice. It comes out easily, like whoop. But it goes in there quite snug. And there's a little kind of, you can see that split on the side to make it easy, because obviously there's a curve in it. So there's no way you'd be able to get the fat end of the knife in the thin end of the sheath. So that makes a lot of sense. Yeah, it fits in there nicely. I can't believe I forgot that bit. So she does have another thing to deal with, and I completely forgot. Right, let's put the rifle in her little hand, and then we'll talk about how this is a massive weapon, Kitty said. Kitty's been saying a lot tonight. Let's get your hand around that, Kitty said. Right, there we go. All right, then. There we go. Wow. That is one hell of a rifle. She can deal with it, though. She's Shooter. She's Jodie Shooter Craig. She can do anything. That is a long old rifle. But again, I'm not bothered. Like, that is a fair, you know, considering what we've had in the past with some of these ridiculously long weapons, to the fact that that is like relatively straight is an absolute win for me. But That is straight. It's an arrow. So I'm on there. It is a bit big though. I do like it though. I think my personal preference here for display is actually with the rifle on her back. I like how it looks as a silhouette. I like how that looks. So she's definitely going to be going in pistol first. Is there a reaction version? Not of shooter, no, not yet. Anyway, might be in the future. But no, I'm definitely going to go with the pistol as her primary in the display scenario, not in general, obviously. That lower elbow joint on the left arm is definitely going to need some heat on it. But I do like the fact you can kind of like have her hand catch that magazine at the bottom and kind of make it look like she's, holding the bottom of her hand. Although you might be able to kind of flex her fingers out and have her actually hold the bottom of her hand as well. Because that's something that I kind of, would like these figures to do a little bit more, is kind of like there. Yeah, it kind of works. Kind of works. I like it. Anyway, so yeah, Jodie Shooter-Craig is up there now as one of my favorites. She's so good. Dun, 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 dun. Anyway, yes, brilliant stuff. That's a 50 cal sniper rifle. That's the correct scale. Absolutely, you're right. They are bloody big rifles. She might suit something a little smaller, but at the same time, I quite like I hate using the term, but the juxtaposition of her kind of, very slight frame with a weapon that's almost her height. I kind of like that, but yeah, she looks awesome. Really into this figure. Master Sun 42 says, I forgot to mention I'm here because I'm Kickley's friend and he's always spying on your show. Well, massive shout out to Kickley, by the way. Thank you, and to you, Master Sun. Thank you for the super chat. That's very kind of you. I should put it on the screen, really, shouldn't I? Really appreciate it, genuinely. And also shout out to Kickley because he is an absolute genius. I think everyone in here will agree that he's doing a phenomenal job with those G.I. Joe, with all his, his sketches and drawings and paintings, and what have you. But in terms of the G.I. Joe fandom, we are getting some absolute beauties, and really, really blown away by the level of phenomenal work that he does. So thank you, Master Sun 42, for the awesome super chat and for pointing out that Kickley is having a sneaky watch every now and again as well. He probably watches because he knows I'm going to shout him out at some point. Chris, where did you get that beautiful Baroness poster? That isn't a poster. That is a promotional box for the 40th anniversary. I'm just flexing. It's the Hasbro one. See, it's like a promotional box. This is another promotional box above it. That's another promotional box below it. And then there's another promotional box at the top, which you can't see. But they're all from random different periods of Joe stuff, basically. Matt says, if this is Nightfall Shooter, don't know if I want the regular one. Nightfall Shooter is pretty great. Don't care for the sneakers, though. Get out, Matt. I'm just kidding. That's fine. Rachel says, so will we get a non-Nightfall Shooter? Very good points. Very good points. I don't know is the answer to that, but I would be surprised if they didn't revisit a character with such unique, elements. So wouldn't surprise me if we get her again. I don't know I don't know for sure or for certain that we are, but I would expect in the future at some point another shooter. Yeah. What would she look like is a good question. Probably like, I mean, what's funny is there's green on her as well. So it's not like, like the shooter in the the G.I. Joe Declassified comic was in green, much like the original 13 kind of style. And this particular version kind of covers green and black. Like the black was the version they did for the 50th anniversary, which was that Special Forces 3-pack with Outback and Falcon, which of course sort of was hinting at an homage to Night Force because of Outback and Falcon's repaints in that. But yeah, so I don't know. Like I feel like maybe this is all we need for Shooter, possibly. But I wouldn't be averse to getting another version of Shooter in a completely different deco. And if they came up with something kind of cool, maybe threw in another sub team, maybe a Tiger Force Shooter, I'd be pretty cool. That'd be pretty dope, actually. But like, I don't know, anything, any other redeco, I wouldn't be averse to. But I just don't know. It's a difficult thing because I haven't heard of Shooter coming up on the line plan again. Like I haven't, heard any, there haven't been any leaked listings or anything like that that might insinuate a regular version of like Night Force is irregular, but like a standard, yeah, kind of deco or anything. Same with Wolf Spider. There's another one like kind of in a similar vibe, isn't it? Like you've got Wolf Spider, you've got Shooter. Will they just live in Night Force? Even Big Ben to a degree. I mean, they could do some slight variation. I think like the pants could change a little bit. There could be some changes deco wise to do like a retro carded version. But as for Shooter, I don't know. It's hard. It's a good question though. I mean, Carl V says retro Shooter. Maybe like an all green one to make a kind of OG 13 kind of situation. I don't know. Cheers. It's drinking out of a Boba Fett. Drinking out a Boba Fett corksicle. It's amazing. Yeah. So this is, yeah. I don't know. Yeah. I would, like I said, I wouldn't be averse to seeing her again. I think she's a wicked figure. I love this particular version of her. And again, like not like crazy blessed with a million accessories, but lots of good potential display options. I do like this hairstyle. I think this is more like tactical for her at the moment. Like it's out of her face. She hasn't got like, like bits and bobs hanging down. Again, this is nice hair as well, though. Like it's both of them are kind of, bunned back a little bit, but still, I don't know. I'm vibing with this haircut. I think it's cool. This hairstyle, I think it's dope. It's going to be what I will do is I'll definitely have her roll in with Big Ben with the helmets on, with the masks on. I think that's really cool looking vibe against the mole rats. That's going to be I'm gonna have to do another segment in here, aren't I? In my shelving unit behind me. Right, what are we saying in the comments? Shall we let's transition out of the unboxing and into just Q&A, I guess. Swag box, yeah, that's what it was. I need that 40th box in my life, says FCEE vibe. Yeah, it's the coolest one they've ever done. It is amazing. You've got Scarlet on the other side as well. Don't go too far, but there's Scarlet. Look, Baroness, Cobra Commander. They've got all of them on there, all three of them. But yeah, it's dope, and it makes for a nice little background as well, doesn't it? With Kraken over one shoulder and a cracker on over the other. Yeah, so I'll hold Jodie up while we're doing this. In fact, let's change her up a little bit. Let's put her cool mask on because that's really dope. The hair pieces do interchange really easily, and they stay on very sturdily. Yeah, that's a really cool. That is a cool look. Oh, this is cool as air. I love it. Versus, and let's have a comparison with the Crimson Alley Viper to see like a height difference. There is a serious height differential there. You can absolutely see that, can't you? Let's get their feet lined up. And yeah, it's a good half a head taller. Actually, it's a good head taller almost. It's impressive, most impressive. I do like the fact that we've got lots of different heights and sizes in the classified series. It really does make for a more appealing, interesting kind of dynamic between figures and display options and stuff. Yeah, well into it. Yeah, this figure's amazing. I love her. Another absolute beauty. Right, let's switch in then into the Q&A bit. Jeremy says Sonic Fighter Shooter. That's a good shout. So yeah, like what deco would you do then, Jeremy? Let me know. Her regular version should be red, grey, and lime green to fit in with the regular versions of Crazy Legs, Sneak Peek, and Psych Out, who were also in Night Force. Ryan, you're overthinking it, and I love it. I'm here for it. I'm going to put that on screen so everyone can soak it in. Her regular version should be red, grey, and lime green to fit in with the regular versions of Crazy Legs, Sneak Peek, and Psych Out, who were also in Night Force. Love it. Sonic Fighters and Ninja Force both better have decos like the figures just got back from the best rave ever. Yeah, it does look like that actually. But I felt like I was in the best rave ever getting those figures. They need to release a Cobra Trooper with an apple on his helmet for Shooter, Lowlight, Snowjob, and Spirit to have some fun with. I like that, Rachel. That's fun. That is quite cute. Are we going to get an apple? Come on, guys. Where are the classified apples? We need apples in the classified series. And that's the first thing on everyone's wish list, isn't it? Are you drinking boba from Boba Fett? No, actually, Diana. Hi, Diana. No, I'm drinking. It's going to sound pretentious, but it's not. It's like it's it's tea, as in iced tea. You know, that kind of vibe. Arizona iced tea. It's the ginseng and honey one. So if I'd have said just ginseng and honey iced tea, people have been like, "Oh, that's really pretentious," which it is kind of, but it's really nice that Arizona one. It's so smooth and tasty. Cheers! It's one of my faves. I would have liked to see a backpack that you can attach the rifle to and it holds. Ain't going anywhere. My one is perfectly perfect. It's not going anywhere. That is on there. The backpack's on there. The rifle's nice and secure. I know. And you might have had a bit of a dud there, bud. I'm afraid a dud, bud. Braided hair is one I use, says Jeremy Kimberlin. Yeah, this one with the brown braided kind of piece. Yes, that's cool. I do like it. I want a Miss America classified. That'd be interesting, Christopher. I'm so jelly. Oh, with that. Of the 40th box, yeah, I'm very I feel very privileged to have been involved in the promotional boxes and stuff like that, so I don't take it lightly, put it that way. You go through a lot of I know it's not a massively big deal, but you go through a bit of imposter syndrome sometimes with this stuff, and like when you got the opportunity to talk to people that you find really interesting and fun and awesome, like the Hasbro team, or like Brian from Super 7, or whoever it is that we interview with these things, like sometimes I feel like, but then I think I've done a lot of work to get to that point. It's not like I've just been chilling out and it's just been all this stuff's landed on my lap sort of thing. Like I've worked really hard to get to a decent point to be able to have these conversations with really interesting and cool people, and of course to get things like that. Not every single time, but every now and again, very grateful when they send those things. It's amazing. I haven't done one for a while yet, so bit upset about that. Just kidding. And if I'd never got another one again, I would not be put out. Genuinely, I'd be, I'd be jealous inside, burning. No, but seriously, like I'm, very grateful and very, you know, uh, happy to have been involved in getting some of those. Plastic Battles, mine's behind me too, and the first one they sent out. Was that the first one? Or the first one that you got was the first one they sent out? Because yeah, you were doing serious work for them though, weren't you, Paul? Weren't you doing like toy photography at the time that was like part of their when they're showing it off and so I can't remember. You'll have to let us know in the comments. A regular version could give Zorana-esque coloured hair. True, actually, Lightfoot. I like that. Also, best name ever. It's a great figure, says Ray. It really is. A cracker over the shoulder. What is that? Well, okay, a cracker in the British terminology is like a beauty. That's a cracker. That's a beaut. It's an awesome thing. It's a good thing. All right. That's a cracker. That Crimson Viper is amazing. It is actually. This Crimson Alley Viper is again another low-key banger, considering it's just a repaint as well. And it is just there's nothing special or new about it. It just kicks a lot of A. It really is beautiful. And yeah, the Alley Viper in general is a cool figure, but yeah, the Crimson one, just there's so many nice, like I love all the new kind of tampos and stuff they have on it. It's just great. This is about Jodie though. Just awesome. This bodes well for a future Dawn, which I wish we had some news of. Oh, Dawn Moreno would be a great figure, Diana. I'm sure that's on the list somewhere. Could you see Wolf Spider in a tan version similar to Doc's color scheme? Medic underscore 1849. I could see Wolf Spider in all sorts of flavors. I could see winter versions, desert version. I think a desert version in tan would be wicked. But I could see Wolf Spider getting some repaint treatment. Yeah, they might even do a Wolf Spider down the road that's the same body but has a an actual, you know, unmasked head. That would be pretty cool. And then, you know, literally delve into the character a little bit more. Fancy pants drink. Yeah, it is a little bit, isn't it? It is a bit. It's just really nice. Arizona green tea, not iced. Arizona green tea with ginseng and honey. It's the best one. It's so good. Super Action Stuff has an apple in both of his foodie sets. Awesome. We need a deluxe roadblock with chef accessories. Carl, that's what I'm talking about. Green camo pants, blue shirt, bright ass orange vest accents. This is for Jodie as a Sonic fighter, right, Jeremy? I love it. Absolutely love it. Eduardo, hi Chris. I'd like to see a Night Force shipwreck in Gung Ho. Well, Eduardo, you're actually like spot on with Gung Ho. He was in the Night Force, wasn't he? In I want to say in like the New Sculpt era. He was kind of in that 2-pack, I think, with Duke, was it? Was it Duke and Gung Ho in that pack? But yeah, Shipwreck's a good shout, actually. That would be an interesting one to, you know, I'd be interested to see what sort of deco Shipwreck would get in Night Force, or if they just did him like his, you know, beanie hat, sort of like not a sailor, not on the deck of the flag outfit, if you know what I mean. Yeah, that could work actually, couldn't it? You could do Shipwreck Night Force, but it would be that one with the Navy. Is it Navy's got on his chest? I'm pretty sure it is the one that they did for the Dollar General line, which was really cool, the 4-inch line. Not what I'm saying is that is not a true backpack. Oh, sorry, Master Son. I see what you mean. You were talking about, yeah, like a backpack, an actual backpack that goes in and stays in. Got ya. Got ya. I see now. I take it back. Rewind. Just edit that bit out. Sorted. uh, Justin says, hint, hint for Emily. Chris needs more swag. Of course I do. Why am I not getting free stuff? I have been busting my I can't even be that guy faking it. No, I'm genuinely not that at all. But I'm not going to say no. If they want to send me stuff, I'm here all day for it. But I also I find it painful. Like, okay, I'll tell you what it was like. Well, I got sent one of these, not the 40th. It might have been one of the Pulse box sets. I got sent one, and I knew it was sent, and it was stolen from our. This is when we were living in an apartment at the time. It was stolen from our mail area, right? So I asked the the front desk to see who it was, and like could we kind of like get the police involved and everything, and they were useless, absolutely useless. They wouldn't let me see the footage either, so they claimed that they couldn't find anything, even though I gave them like the date and time stamp that it was there, and then like a range of time, a very small range of time when I went to check on it and it wasn't there, and obviously when it had been delivered and we had proof that it had been delivered. And so they could have found something without really going into that much effort to do it, but they were just d-bags about it. So anyway, so then I felt like really not cheeky, but I felt really like crap asking Hasbro, saying like, hey, yeah, that free promo box that you sent me was stolen, so they sent me another one, no problem. But it was like I felt like such a dingbat asking for it. And yeah, I if it ever happens again, I am not contacting them and saying, "Hi, can I get another one?" Not at all. Cracker is much different in the US. I know that, yeah. Plastic Battles. Paul says the first one was just the original Wave 1 characters and their classified art. Yeah, I don't think I did. I get that? I don't think I did. Eh, I don't think I did because that like I was there on launch day, and that would have been sent out before launch day or around launch day, right? Did I get that? Oh, it's that one. Is it that one you're talking about, Paul? Is it that one? Because I have it. It's right there. Is that the one you meant? Um, damn. Yeah, true. I know. I know what cracker means. Um, Carvey says reminds me of slag in Transformers getting another name because of British slang. Yep. Um, slog, slug. What has there been another one? Slog, slug, slag. Obviously, when he first came out, but he's had another one, hasn't he? I'm pretty sure he's had like multiple SLG names. It's not slig. Slug, slog, slag. That's it. Yeah, it's just those three I think he's had. Um, a Nightfall. In fact, do you know what? Slag was the first Dinobot I had, thanks to my nan and granddad, who bought it for me as a present. I came back from school. I think it must have been like the start of summer, and I was coming back from. It was like the last day of school. I was coming back home. Would have been in like whenever Slag was on the shelves, so it would have been like in the 85, maybe 84, 85, 86. Around that time, wouldn't it? 84, 85, 86. It would have been around that time. I was very young, and my mum and dad had bought me a new. Got me a cabin bed, which was like the one that's on the ladder, got to the top, and on the bottom is a little desk and a little wardrobe. It was adorable. I loved that bed, and I had GI Joe stickers all over it. I've got loads of pictures of GI Joe stickers and posters all over it as well, and absolutely adored it. Loved every second of that thing, and when I got home, my nan and granda were there as well. They picked me up from school actually and took me home. I was only it wasn't far. I was only like a mile and a half down the road, but obviously I was only little, so I'm not going to walk it. And maybe 2 miles. I'm trying to think now how far that was. And I get home and yeah, I've got slag in the bottom. I was really excited to get that. I had another figure. I think it wasn't Cyclonus. It was another figure, but it was wicked. And I was blown away. I was really into Transformers and GI Joe at the time. And when I got back to the house, and Dad had was in the process of building the cabin bed, I believe, at that point. And so it was like super, like too much going on. I was so excited. So it was like Christmas. And then Nan and Grandad pulled out these Action Force, no kidding, like placemats, as in like the kind of laminated mats that like eating food off and stuff like that, like put your plate on and everything. And you could go on Blood for the Baron and look up. I think it's under Action Force merch, like on like one of the years, like 87 and 88. Have a look at those 2 years. Might have been 87 then in that case. But there you'll see in the merchandise section in the 1988 action figures kind of page, you'll probably find those placemats. They were amazing, and they had like the best artwork on them as well. Like one was like it was like a desert scene with like I can't, I'm just gonna have to find them on Blood for the Baron, and they were great. And I remember getting those, and like it was just the best day ever. A cabin bed, a couple of Transformers figures, and some Action Force placemats. It was like this is Christmas. Like this is the best day ever, and it really was. I absolutely love them for that. A Night Force Shipwreck would be a good opportunity to do the beanie hat version. Exactly what I was saying, Wreckship. Absolutely. Night Force Chuckles with neon pink shirt and black pants. God, I love that. I mean, there is a Night Force Chuckles in the modern 4-inch, isn't there, Agent Chuckles? But I like the thought of a neon pink shirt, genuinely. That is a sick idea. That is so I'm with you. That'd be a much better deco, an idea. I know, obviously not tactically, but it's like nightclub force, Chuck. Do you know? It's not like, it's like nightclub force. That makes so much sense in my head. I can see a Nightfall shipwreck looking much like the Rise of Cobra shipwreck. Yep, absolutely. You do deserve free figures, Ray. Thank you. I appreciate that. I do get some every now and again. Someone sends me some. Thanks to Justin Bell at General's Joe's. Thanks to Nick and Mass in Demand Toys. They've both done that for me in the past. So yeah, but you're right. I do deserve more. Yes, porch pirates indeed, Jeremy. They were. You know that means management stole your box. That's I never thought of it like that, Justin, actually. Maybe they were hiding something. Front desk stole it, case closed. McMurphy. Oh, I see what's going on here. Yes, that is the box you were talking about, Paul. Brilliant. Chris with the flex. Wow, not even modest. I know, I'm gross, aren't I? Humble brags, 100%. I don't get enough swag, then points to his other swag box. Justin, look, it keeps going. there's the behind, you can see behind the how the sausage is made, and then there's another one underneath that one as well. Look, they're just all lined up, proper flexing. Swag flex is my new code name. What is slug in British slang? No, just a slug, just a snail without a shell, basically. No, but slug was the other name they gave to slag, and slog was another one they gave to slag as well. But interestingly enough, he was slag when he first came out in the UK. So he was called slag, and then it was later on when I can't remember what era. Maybe like when was there another? It was like early on when they were doing, you know, like the first wave of like Dinobots, like maybe movie Dinobots. I know there was a slog in the movie Dinobots, and there was a slug prior to that, possibly. I don't know. Anyway, you're asking what's slag is the British slang, but I'm not gonna. Yeah, that's diecast. Nick has explained what it means. Not necessarily. Well, yeah. So I am a slag for classifieds. Aren't we all? It is basically everyone's correct in what in what the original slang term is. You slag. Anyway, glow in the dark chuckles is something we need. 100% Justin. Oh, even better. So not only should it be a Agent Chuckles with a wonderful idea of making Chuckles a Night Force figure, but giving him a pink, like neon pink, like a black shirt with the neon pink like flowers that glowed in the dark. Oh my god. That'd be so good. But then he's got black pants, you said, didn't you? So it would have to be maybe white pants if he's nightclub force. Let me know what you think on that one. But yeah, maybe you're right. Maybe it should be like the whole shirt should be pink, neon, and then maybe the pattern on it was like a different color, like a teal, maybe like teal flowers on a neon pink. Oh my god, this is the sexiest thing I've ever thought of that you've ever thought of that I've then elaborated on. Oh god, that would be so good. Nightclub force is happening, guys. I'm telling you. A Night Force Stalker would be cool too. Honestly, you could put any character that hasn't been in Night Force in the Night Force, and it would probably be an absolute winner of a deco, wouldn't it? Because it doesn't have to just be black. That's the other thing. Night Force isn't just black. Like Night Force is brown, green, blue, teal, all sorts of different colors, and lots of different like shades of those colors. It's not just black. I think a lot of people think Night Force, they think just everything's going to be black. Not at all. Obviously, some aspects can be, and I think, like in this particular case with Night Force Shooter, you can see they've done black, but there's a lot more going on there. We've even got teal technically in the little readout kind of digital display. There's a little loops on her belt. I didn't even notice that. What are they for? What could you put in those, guys? She's got little loops on the back of her belt. Look, I didn't notice that. So that could be for all sorts of cool stuff, like other weapons, other little bits and bobs. That's neat. Do you know what? That is such a cool, like, that's like kind of forward thinking a little bit, like giving that not necessarily stuff that the figure has, you know, on its person out of the box, but like that's great. I love that those little loops on there. That makes so much sense, doesn't it? Do that for all of them. Like they don't always, not every single like thing needs to have a thing. I think like everything they come with needs to be stored. Check, right? That 100%. Pistol and holster, knife and sheath, rifle on a backpack. But then, like in terms of other things that they may not have, but you could incorporate into the, into their like gear, their loadout, doing things like that is absolutely top of the list now. That's genius. Those loops for rappelling down buildings. Well, that's even better, Chris, because when we get like a thing in the future, like some sort of, let's say, a hit and run or an Alpine or whatever. Well, we're getting an Alpine, aren't we? I'm not sure if he's going to be a single a standard release of a Wave 4, but he might have some sort of rappelling gear, but that would be something like Wolf Spider's bit of rope could go through and stuff like, or could just hold rope, or it could hold a little little tool or something. I don't know. There's just a lot of cool stuff that you could do with those. I like that a lot. That's really cool. And I didn't notice it before. And that has just elevated this figure even higher for me. And I didn't notice it before, but she's got little zips on her pants as well. And different textures between, in like where the knees and the legs change and stuff, going to like the bottom, the shin parts. This is a really beautifully designed figure. I'm not going to lie. And I'm well into her. Right. It wasn't G2, Jeremy. No, I think they were still calling him Slag at that point. NCF Chuckles Nightclub Force. I love that we've already gone to NCF. I love that. What a great name for it, for Nightclub Force. We're gonna have to have a t-shirt, aren't we? I'm gonna call Brian Sauer after this, and we're gonna design a Chuckles Nightclub Force t-shirt. To be fair, gas masks are popular with cybergoths. Yes, Todd, absolutely. I love that. I love that video with all those kind of like cybergoths under a bridge in like Birmingham or wherever it is, somewhere in the UK. Or it actually could be like Eastern European as well, actually. And they put like the Thomas the Tank Engine music over it. Absolute belter. I've also they do it a lot at Christmas, don't they, with the Mariah Carey classic Christmas tune. You may have heard it. Nightclub Force Chuckles would have to have a mullet and Tom Selleck-esque moustache for sure. Chuckles says, I can't agree on the stash, but stubble for sure. Okay, stubble and a mullet then. Come on. Toothpick in mouth? Absolutely, yes, definitely. Super 7 need to come up with the glow-in-the-dark formula. They do awesome glow-in-the-dark stuff. They do, Justin, yeah. His daytime outfit would have white pants. Yes. Daytime club outfit would. Yes, Agent Chuckles. True. So, okay. Nightclub Force Chuckles is going to have black pants. That's in place, right? Then the body of the shirt is going to be neon pink. And the patterns of the flowers that are on there are going to be teal. Can we agree on that? Because that, to me, sounds like a perfect combination. That teal and pink together, absolutely sensational. Night Force Windmill might not be the winner we want it to be. That's true, actually, Justin. Yeah. When I said if you put any character in Night Force, I don't know. I like Windmill, but then again, I like every frigging character. I'm an idiot, aren't I? Nightclub Force Snake Eyes just looks like he's been exposed to the mass device element again. That's true. Yes, actually, NCF Snake Eyes is the Boy George Snake Eyes. Done. Nightclub Force is going to be sensational. Shipwreck from Satin's band, Satin, Snake Eyes, Timber, and Polly, Chuckles. We've got 6 figures already we can do for Nightclub Force. And mate, Satin as well, obviously. Did I say Satin? I said Satin's band, but I don't think I said Satin herself. Same belt as female Steel Core, says Jeremy. I didn't know that. Thank you. That means Steel Core have also got awesome belts. Awesome. When do you all think we will get Retro Cobra Commander this year? Yes, we'll get Retro Cobra Commander this year. Yeah, 100%. I wear XL, says Agent Chuckles. Oh, for when we design this t-shirt. Mate, you're going to have to be the first one that gets it, really, considering most of this is your idea, and I've just embellished. Full Force Nightclub Force. I like it. When Chuckles goes for a pull. G.I. Joe X Miami Vice, Chuckles and Big Lob 2-pack incoming. Love it. I love it. Sign me up for a Nightclub Force bazooka. Yes. Oh, DJ Rachel, DJ in Nightclub Force is obviously the best idea anyone's had all night. Congratulations. I really hope this Nightclub Force concept gets back to Lenny and Emily so it becomes an actual thing. I am going to force this one. I'm going to Nightclub Force this one onto the Hasbro team. They're going to have to do this. This has to happen. Full force, right? Excuse me, sorry. Snotty, gross. Anyway, right, that brings this wonderful episode to a close. I have a lot of fun with you guys tonight talking about this excellent shooter figure. So good. Next up on deck is, as I said, the Mule Rat, which we'll have a look at some other point very soon. Who knows? Maybe tomorrow. Depends, doesn't it? I do want to get another Let's Talk Classified episode out, so maybe we'll do that tomorrow. I'm thinking Leatherneck, but when I was getting into Leatherneck, I forgot that he does have quite a few versions, so I'm going to have to be working on those graphics tonight, all night probably. But yeah, let's do Let's Talk Classified Leatherneck tomorrow, and maybe get into some more of these beauties on another one. It's been fun talking with you guys though, and I will again. It'd be great. Hopefully, we'll be talking. Well, hopefully, we'll have a live event to talk about. But again, if we haven't had it like revealed yet, I don't think they'll do a day's notice. Not that it matters, but I'm not sure if they'll do like a, oh, we're announcing it, it's going to be tomorrow. I don't think they'll do that, but we'll see. Obviously there's going to be some sort of event, some sort of pre-order event soon. Just don't know when. So and it all looks pretty certain that the SMS and Techno Viper are going to be within that pre-order segment. They might do, you never know. Like, I'm just thinking about this. You know how this is just not really come to me, but something I've been contemplating all day. On G.I. Joe Day last year, they did those renders, didn't they? But with the Vamp, that was just out of the blue sort of one. Here's a vehicle. There's a video for you. Pre-order, go get it. Boom. Wonder if maybe they'll do the same with the SMS and Techno Viper, and it'll be, oh look, what you can put it to your HISS tank and drag it along, and here's the Techno Viper, and here's the SMS. Pre-order up, boom. Maybe they do that. Maybe it's a one video, one shot Techno Viper and SMS. Maybe they do a name only reveal on it. Maybe they do a render reveal of something else, but it's more than likely they'll do something that, in the same vein as that Vamp video, which kind of like was on its own and came out. Maybe that happens. Maybe that's the situation they do. Obviously, it's all going to be pre-recorded. Yeah. So Paul, yeah, they could pre-record the video and drop the pre-orders and some renders. They could do, genuinely. But yeah, I don't know. Don't have the info. I'm the boss. Need the info. It's not. I know it's not what it's for, but would Nightclub Force fight Techno Vipers? Wreck ship. Oh, that's genius. Techno. Yes is the answer to that. They would. Yeah, go hit the like button. Go hit the subscribe button on YouTube. More importantly, we need subs. I want to get up to 5K, guys, please, and thank you very much. I would love to hit 5K. I'm not even going to give a time. I just want to hit 5 blooming K. If you're watching on Facebook and you don't subscribe to us on YouTube because you hate YouTube or you hate me, please ignore all of those urges and go and sub on YouTube anyway. Go and create another YouTube account and go and sub, please. I really want to get to 5K, even if I don't technically deserve it because we haven't hit 5K yet. It would be great if we could hit 5K soon. We're so close. And I feel like we've been teetering around like 4.7 and 8 for the longest time. It's like, again, I know I don't deserve 5K subs, but it would be amazing if you could do it. But yeah, that's how we get that pink Techno Viper Lenny showed off. Genius, Wreck Ship. Genius. You're on fire tonight. Wreck Ship's on fire, Rachel's on fire, and Agent Chuckles are on fire. Not literally, just, on form. You've all been on form. You've all been on fire. It's been great, guys. Thank you so much. I'm going to call it a night, though, because I've been doing this for way longer than I usually do for unboxings. It's been fun though. See you probably tomorrow. If it's not for some sort of actual news scenario, it will be for Let's Talk Classified Leatherneck. If I can't get the graphics done in time, it'll be another unboxing. But we'll do something fun. We'll hang out. We'll have a chat. We'll look at some figs. And just one more time, let's say bye to the wonderful Jodie Shooter Craig, Night Force, Walmart exclusive, courtesy though of In Demand Toys in the UK. Thank you, Nick and Mass. I really appreciate you sending me those, guys. Anyway, see you guys on the next one, which will be very soon, obviously. And hopefully we'll get some sort of G.I. Joe event officially very soon as well. It's been a pleasure. Stay fresh, cheese bags. And as always, after 3, 1, 2, 3, full force. Bye. That's it for this installment of the Full Force News Burst. Make sure to like, comment and subscribe. See you next time, and as always, full force. Make sure you get involved with the discussion by liking, sharing and commenting on these videos, and as always you can keep up with the show after listening by following on X, formerly Twitter, @The Full Force, liking the Facebook page, facebook.com/The Full Force. We've also added a brand new Instagram, so check us out there as well, @The Full Force Podcast, and if you would like to contact the show you can message us on any of those platforms with feedback and questions. We also have a Patreon page, so if you want to show your support for the show, see your name up in lights on these videos, or enjoy exclusive bonus content, then check out patreon.com/The Full Force Podcast, or click on the link on any of the posts this podcast appears in. Full Force.